Good evening, you guys. Welcome to the Mucky Duck. Woke up this morning, that was real good luck. I had coffee, hot in a cup. I had breath to say good morning to. That counts as lucky to me. How about you? Ain't we lucky? Ain't we lucky? And it's lucky to know that we're lucky too. There's good fortune on the porch, and I'm lucky to be here with you. I was driving down a highway with my baby. The sun was in our eyes. We could still see where we were going. The wind was blowing. We came up over the rise. I looked over at her shoulders, at her face with her eyes shining in the light. We could see a big wide valley. We were at ease. It was a beautiful sight. Ain't we lucky? Ain't we lucky? And it's lucky to know that we're lucky too. There's four-leaf clovers all over, and I'm lucky to be here with you. Sun dropped lower, we could go where we had 2 tickets in our hand. Found a place to park, walking in the dark, and up from the horizon, the sound of the band. At this place where, for many years there, young and old could get together and play their songs. Found a clear view we could hear too. Sometimes everybody would sing along. Ain't we lucky? Ain't we lucky? And it's lucky to know that you're lucky too. There's good fortune on the porch, and I'm lucky to be here with you. Woke up this morning, that was real good luck. I had coffee, hot in a cup. I had breath to say good morning to. That counts as lucky to me. How about you? Ain't we lucky? Ain't we lucky? And it's lucky to know that we're lucky too. Throwing horseshoes at bad news. I'm lucky to be here with you. Yeah, I'm lucky to be here with you. Matt Tedder on the guitar. Josh Flowers on the bass. Good to be with you. Mucky Duck's been around for 35 years this week. Yeah, that's a great thing. 35 years to the Mucky Duck. Showing other venues how it really should be done for a long time. You can hear good music at the Mucky Duck. You can also hear good music at the Austin Airport. They play singer-songwriters in the Austin Airport. That's a One time I was about to catch a 4 a.m. flight. Me and my daughter were sitting there barely awake. And over the PA, we're sitting in the gate area, and a groove kind of started happening. I was like, wow, that groove sounds familiar. I thought, I'm going to steal that groove sometime. It turned out I couldn't steal that groove because it was my groove. And this song mentions my daughter, and so we both looked at each other at the same time, and with the realization, we both pointed up, we said, that's my song. She was right, and I was right. Tighten up that string, stomp your foot on the floor. Find some words to sing, open up your door. Grow a tree, carve the wood, and polish till it shines. Find a better way, something that saves time. Go on, light the way no one's ever seen. Bridge the gap, draw the map of the places in between. Make something, make your own. There's a statue waiting inside a block of stone. Take a hammer and a nail, build someone a home. Make something, make your own. Well, that picture in your head, put it on the wall, paint it on a cave, hang it in the hall. Change the oil, change the tire, get it rolling true. Do your best on the test, that's all that you can do. And if it's beautiful but useless, don't be ashamed. You got to show it to your people, don't forget to sign your name. Make something, make your own. There's a statue waiting inside a block of stone. Twist the knob on the amp till you find the right tone. Make something, make your own. That restlessness to see what's over the next hill keeps you up at night, and it probably always will. So keep a fire burning on into the dark. But if it keeps on raining, go on and build an ark. Fall in love, raise a child, teach her right from wrong. Build her up, raise her tough so she can write a song. Make something, make your own. Now there's a garden rising up from seeds that were sown. You can tell the story that the world has never known. Make something, make your own. Make something, shake something, up and go. Believe me when I say the clock ain't moving slow. Make something while you can. If you want to live forever, you gotta make something, man, while you can. Make something, man, while you can. Do a song for you about a bar in Austin that we had big weather in Austin this week and blew through fast. Blew down some fences and some trees, but it didn't blow down this old bar called Dry Creek. It's been closed a few years, but it's still standing up there. Here's a song about it. Just a little ways down Mount Bunnell Road, there's a little place where the beer is cold. Dry Creek Cafe and Dock, there's no place better come 5 o'clock. It's just off the lake, a 2-story bar. You know you're there when you see the cars. They're lined up and parked along, jukebox playing a Guy Clark song. I wanna go down to Dry Creek, down among the live oak trees. No playing cards or leaving bottles around. You can sit on the deck, watch the sun go down. There's a weathered deck right upstairs, a few odd tables and rusty chairs. Spring days when the hills are green, the view beats all I've ever seen. Feel the Texas sun warm on your skin. Ain't it good to be back again? People's voices with the swaying trees, honeysuckles on a gentle breeze. I wanna go down to Dry Creek, down among the live oak trees. No playing cards or leaving bottles around. You can sit on the deck, watch the sun go down. There's a weathered deck right upstairs, a few odd tables and rusty chairs. Spring days when the hills are green, the view beats all I've ever seen. Feel the Texas sun warm on your skin. Ain't it good to be back again? People's voices with the swaying trees, honeysuckles on a gentle breeze. I wanna go down to Dry Creek, down among the live oak trees. No playing cards or leaving bottles around. You can sit on the deck, watch the sun go down. Well, Sarah owns the place. She lives in a shack, a green trailer parked out back. High-dollar condos closing in. She ain't thinking about giving in. And the rumors go around with the offers they make for the little piece of land down by the lake. She tells them all to go to hell. After 50 years she won't ever sell. I wanna go down to Dry Creek, down among the live oak trees. No playing cards or leaving bottles around. You can sit on the deck, watch the sun go down. Dry Creek shack, watch Lake Austin in the big blue sky. You won't ever have to ask me why. I wanna go down to Dry Creek, down among the live oak trees. No playing cards or leaving bottles around. You can sit on the deck, watch the sun go down. Dry Creek was run by a lady who was voted the meanest bartender in Austin. The last time she got the award, she was 93 years old. And I wrote this song back when she was a young lady, she was only 87. My friend told her I'd written a song about her place, and she said, who told him he could do that? I thought I got away with it, but though I got invited to her 94th birthday one time, and I gave her a CD, a copy of the CD. It said, to Sarah from Owen. She said, Owen Temple. Been knowing him a long time. I said, I'll tell him you said hi. I was scared of her. But then I got a call from a Giddings, Texas pastor telling me that his great aunt Sarah had died, and would I come play the song at her memorial service? I Yeah, I know I haven't got a Grammy, but I did get that invitation, and I had to think about it though, because I'm not sure she would have wanted me there. It's kind of tough. I did it, and I watched the coffin the whole time. So if you want to keep the bulldozers back, stop and get a drink at the Dry Creek Shack. Watch Lake Austin and the big blue sky. You won't ever have to ask me why. I want to go down to Dry Creek, down among the live oak trees. No playing cards or leaving bottles around. You can sit on the deck, watch the sun go down. 35 years. The actual birthday, I think, will be on Sunday, is what Teresa said. It's nice to celebrate, it's good to celebrate those milestones. And Walt Wilkins and I write a lot of songs together. Y'all know Walt Wilkins? Yeah. He's a great songwriter. We get together, and one day he got together, he said, celebrating your birthday once a year is not near enough. And I think I know what he meant. We tried to write a song about what he meant, and this song is called Days. I found out that I am I'm 18,000 days old right now, so it's exciting. Thanks. I remember every one of them. Yeah. A place to start and a place to go, a mind, a heart in an open road. It all can go a million ways, highs and lows, days, a fire at home, work to do, some hard seasons to get through. Some fly like arrows and some feel like a maze, a path wide and narrow. Days, the sunrise, the sunset, what's behind and what's not yet. A chance to ride the light before it fades, and they're all gifts. Days. Turn around, you grow and change. Everything around you will do the same. 'Cause life moves in circles and it moves in waves, blessedly simple. You get days, sunrise, sunset, what's behind and what's not yet. A chance to ride the light before it fades. And they're all gifts, days. A chance to ride the light before it fades. They're all gifts, days. A chance to ride the light before it fades. They're all gifts, days.
Kelly McQuee is another one of my songwriting friends. Hey, thanks. I'm glad y'all know these people. They're great people. And you know what songwriting is with a buddy, and is it's kind of like just a great conversation. You try to have a great conversation with somebody about the non-trivial things in your life. You know, you have to talk about what's really going on, because you can't really write a song just called "I'm Fine." You know, right? You know, I don't know. Zippity-doo-dah, maybe. But then that's been done, too. You got to talk about what's really going on. So here's a song called "I'm Fine." Kelly and I wrote this song about all those things that have to happen to get you guys here, which, I mean, your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents. So toast to all those people that got us here, you know. And might have taken a little bit of alcohol to get Grandma and Grandpa together, but here's to alcohol, too, if that's what it took to get you here, you know, right? And some people talk about, you know, the past, about what your parents and grandparents did, how, you know, what they did and what they shouldn't have done. I think they should have done exactly what they did, because I got here, you know. This is a song called "Beautiful Accidents." He had the smell of tobacco smoke on his clothes. Didn't look a day over 17 years old. She had the smell of magnolia on her hair, and a southern drawl that stretched from here to there. They didn't know what they were doing, they knew it felt good. Turned out they didn't care about the why or should. He took her to the movies, she took his name. They moved to Texarkana when the baby came. Left turns and right turns get us here. All the beautiful accidents over the years, they look good on you. They look good on you. They look good on you. Right on the line, you grew up like a weed, swimming in the Red River, all elbows and knees. 10 years later, and a few states away, my first job got me down the interstate. And I stopped into a place I didn't know what for. Hands in my pockets, both feet on the floor. I was headed for the door, sick of standing around. Somehow I saw you, so I cut through the crowd. Left turns and right turns get us here. All the beautiful accidents over the years look good on you. They look good on you. They look good on you.
said I do. I said I do too. Beautiful accidents, beautiful accidents, beautiful accidents. They look good on you. They look good on you. They look good on you. So good on you. There's so many great stories that we get from, if you're lucky, you get them passed down through your family. Through sometimes just people telling stories at Christmas. Sometimes your cousins bring you albums of pictures. Thank you, guys. And sometimes you inherit record collections. And I mean like vinyl albums, because my mom told me a story one time about, I didn't ever meet my grandfather, her father, but I was listening to some rock and roll in the house one day, some early rock and roll, and she said, Gene Catchings, he met Fats Domino. And I said, really? What? I can't see them together. I wonder what happened. Because Fats was in New Orleans, and my grandfather was living down in Sinton, Texas at the time, and Woodsboro. And, well, I got the story. I got the albums. I got the vinyl records, and here's what happened. I'll tell you the story. It goes like this. It was 1957, south of San Antonio. A blue Cadillac was stopped by the shoulder of the road. Gene was on his way to work, rolled the window down to see. Big man standing there said, can you help me please? And the Cadillac, a silk shirt, side of the road. The man by a flat tire was Fats Domino. On the way to Corpus Christi for a package show. With a nail in his tire was Fats Domino. Well, Fats had been driving separate from the band. Gene was passing by, thought he could use a helping hand. So he jacked up the car and got the flat up in the air. Twisted off the lug nuts and mounted up the spare. In a Cadillac, a silk shirt, side of the road. The man by a flat tire was Fats Domino. Well, Gene could sing and yodel, he could play the steel guitar. Fats could play piano and he had a brand new car. Gene was used to bad roads, hazards on the way. Fats couldn't change a flat, but he had a show to play. Well, Gene's teenage kids could change a flat on their own. Fats gave a stack of records and Gene brought them home. His daughters jumped and danced to Blueberry Hill, but I'm Walking was the one that gave him such a thrill. In a Cadillac, a silk shirt, side of the road. The man by a flat tire was Fats Domino. In 57 at the downtown Coliseum, 6,000 fans showed up to see him. Teenagers, black and white, smiling, clapping hands. They never hit a flat note, Fats and his band. In a Cadillac, a silk shirt, side of the road. The man by a flat tire was Fats Domino. He never hit a flat note, Fats and his band. Though he hit a sharp nail, he's helped out by this man.
Well, now the moral of the story, now you can plainly see, don't pass a car by the road without looking in to see. You never know who the car's driver could be if he help you play a part in rock and roll history. A Cadillac, a silk shirt beside of the road. The man by Flat Towers, Fats Domino. My granddad was a young man, but he helped to save the show when he helped change a tire with Fats Domino. My granddad was a young man, but he helped to save the show. Sometimes the truth will do, you know? Well, at summer camp, some kids are going off to away from their parents to come back different. Just a little bit different. I remember when our oldest went off to summer camp for 3 weeks, and he came back 3 years older due to dance night. And he said, "Dad, are you going to the grocery store?" He's talking about things he never talked about before when he got back. He said, "Dad, you going to the grocery store?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Would you get a product for me?" I said, "Product? Sure." He said, "Would you get a shampoo? Girls like the way it smells. It's called Suave." And I found it. Coconut Suave. 99 cents. Smells like a pina colada. Girls do like the way it smells. Sudden change, maybe a ring on a tree, the sudden growth, and end up becoming the album title. The song goes like this. Well, the cottonwood taught me how to listen to the wind, and the willow showed me how to bend, and the mighty oak showed me how to stand strong in a storm, and all that can become of an acorn. And the cypress tree taught me how to hold on through a flood, keep my roots deep, and I won't budge. And the pine tree taught me how to reach for the sky, and the cedar showed how to lay low and get by when it's dry. How I've grown, who I've come to be, these lessons learned, my history reads like the rings on the tree. Mother Nature's been my teacher all along. The rosewood on this guitar wrote this song, and the sweet magnolia brought me love on a southern summer breeze. The giant redwood brought me to my knees. How I've grown, who I've come to be, these lessons learned, my history reads like the rings on a tree. I've learned that what's lost in the fall will bring new beginnings in the spring. And one more rain, I've grown, who I've come to be, these lessons learned, my history reads like the rings on the tree.
So I can, sing a song like that for my kids, about this, giving advice to them, And you told me this is my cousin Temple told me that, as your kids get older, you can't start sentences with "you need to" as much anymore. It has to be more of a question, like, "How is blank?" Or I don't know how to do it yet. So tell me. But the one thing I can never say to my kids, I can never give advice. Here's one thing I can never advise my kids. I can't say, "Son, don't yell at girls from a condo balcony." Because that's actually how I met your mother. So, son, do yell at girls from a condo balcony on the beach. But I advise you to yell something, kind of funny. So this is kind of the advice I'm going to be giving. So, because the first time I met my wife, she was walking by the pool in South Padre Island, and she happened to be wearing cheerleading shorts. And so we had a piece of crucial information about them. We yelled out, "Hey, Highland Park girls!" And one said, "How did you know we're from Highland Park?" And I said, "It's written on your butt." And so, we've been married 25 years, 26 years now. And there's those little moments, there's just sweet things you say to each other, And so I don't only write love songs for bars, is what I'm saying. You got to write love songs to the people you're with. And this is a song I wrote for her now that we've spent 25 years together, married. Let's see. As a wheel turns around, it makes no sound. In the struggle between oak and holly, the sun will shine all in good time. But the moon is forever falling. That midsummer morn, when our love was born, by winter it seemed to be fading. But snow melts away, and the robin seems to say, all along the tree buds were waiting. Spring, summer, fall, I loved you for all time and for all the right reasons. In winter time still, I always will be your man for all seasons. Let's birth life decline in 4/4 time. Couples on the dance floor are reeling, moving like stars, or drinking at the bar. She says once more with feeling. Spring, summer, fall, I loved you for all time and for all the right reasons. In winter time still, I always will be your man for all seasons. As a wheel turns around, Matt Tyler makes no sound. On the struggle between oak and holly, the sun will shine all in good time.
but the moon is forever falling. Thank you. I got to thank a lot of people for coming down here tonight, but especially some of my buddies who we worked together up on the 73rd floor of a building in downtown. You know, we had a lot of good times up there and some hard times, and but it's so good to see you guys. There's a Houston attorney called Racehorse Haynes. Y'all, do you remember? Yeah. I grew up actually in the hill country, and so the first time I heard the word Racehorse Haynes was there was a family out near Kerrville that had decided to make the most of their proximity to I-10. They lived out pretty close to I-10 by picking up hitchhikers and putting them to work on their ranch. And then they locked the gate and didn't let them leave. I don't know, we got any legal scholars here? Offering a job, fine. Okay. Locking them up, imprisoning them on your ranch, not. You know, just a little detail there. So they were in trouble, and Racehorse Haynes said he'd defend them. And they said, well, what's it going to cost? And he said, well, everything you got. And he defended them, and we got our little town in the New York Times. So this is a song about freedom. You know how in bluegrass, the songs sound really cheerful, you know what I mean? Like really cheerful. But you like listen to the words and like, some kind of dark stuff going on in there. That's what this is. Here you go. It's a bluegrass song about mountain home. It goes like this. 20 years after the hard, the rough stuff, he's going back to mountain home. Cedar, trees, and stone. He said he's been gone too long. He's going back to mountain home. Well, live oak and limestone and rivers when it rains. Big sky and cedar trees and cold clear springs. Every shade of blue, every shade of green. He's had gray prison walls. Now he's due a change of scene. He's going back to mountain home. Cedar, trees, and stone. He said he's been gone too long. He's going back to mountain home. Well, that trouble at the ranch dragged down the family name. But he said he got more than his share of the blame. He's been locked up in Huntsville for 20 years or so. Now the middle of nowhere is where he wants to go. He's going back to mountain home. Cedar, trees, and stone. He said he's been gone too long. He's going back to mountain home. Intersection in town tells Most travelers take warning, but most folks don't slow down. With the post office closed, the wind's the only sound. He's headed home on a one-way Greyhound, going back to the mountain home. Cedar, trees and stone. He said he's been gone too long. He's going back to mountain home, to that hilltop all alone. He's going back to mountain home. Hey, there's Matt Tedder on the guitar. He's a fantastic songwriter as well. Matt, would you do a song, please? Would you do
Of course.
a song?
Yeah, I'd love to.
You're coming to play here soon, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be here in like 2 or 3 weeks with Hayes Carl.
All right.
Yeah.
Matt will be opening the show and playing with Hayes, too, in a couple weeks.
Yeah. But tonight I'm happy to be playing with my buddy Owen Temple. Y'all give it up for him. I recorded my last record with a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Gordy Quist of the band of Heathens. And yeah, he's produced some stuff for Owen. And this was the first song we wrote together. I heard the band of Heathens one day on the radio and was like, how have I not been following this my whole life? And became a fan and followed everybody and asked Gordy if he would want to write. And he said, yeah. And I met up with him one day, had this verse and a chorus idea, and we finished the thing in like 45 minutes. And it was the start to a very great friendship. And we recorded this record. This turned out to be the title track. Just a fictional tale about dreaming about someone that left you. It's called I Can Dream You. You were walking on your tiptoes, careful not to interrupt those dreams I was having as you closed the door behind. I woke up that morning, don't recall the warning. Might not see you, but I can dream you any old time. I can dream you any old time. Wake up with a smile, a tear coming from my eye. I can dream you just for a while. Mr. Sandman, he been working all the time. Yeah, come on in there, Josh. Waiting by the front door, like a dog for you to come home. Good boy, bad boy, I can be what you want me to. Walk down to the corner, keep thinking that I saw her, sleepwalking and talking every day and night to you. I can dream you any old time. Wake up with a smile, a tear coming from my eye. I can dream you just for a while. Mr. Sandman, he been working overtime. In and out Toss and turn and I wonder how many days and nights I can keep hanging on. Maybe you're not coming back, maybe that's not all bad. I know where to find you, even though you're gone. I can dream you any old time. Wake up with a smile or a tear coming from my eye. I can dream you just for a while. Mr. Sandman, you've been working overtime. I can dream you just for a while. Mr. Sandman, you've been working overtime. It's Josh Flowers on the bass, y'all.
Matt Tedder.
Thank you.
Matt's from Fort Worth.
That's right.
And he,
Cowtown.
did some time in Nashville, and got all the good stuff out of that experience, and came back. And luckily, we've got him in Austin now.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for all the people that make that trip up and then come back.
Yeah, Texas is where it's at.
I don't know. We're lucky to.
Houston's pretty darn cool too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is a song I wrote about that trip coming back. Me and my buddy Lynn Lewis, we were in high school together, and we were into Jerry Jeff Walker and Guy Clark and Townes Van Zandt and Merle Haggard. But we still believed that all the real good songs had to come from Nashville. So we had to go up there, and so we saved our money, and we were gonna go try to make it big in Nashville. And we had think enough for about 6 or 7 days. We figured that'd be plenty of time. We went up there. It was the achy breaky summer, though, so I don't want to start anything in your head, but maybe that's what it was. And so we hurried back to Texas and wrote this song on the way back. Tennessee Highway, Tennessee Highway, take me home to see my Texas baby. Tennessee Highway, Tennessee Highway, take me home to see my Texas baby. Been in and out of every bar here in Nashville. Seen nothing but broken promises and empty dreams. Everyone here thinks they're on the verge of stardom. Nothing here is what it seems. Tennessee Highway, Tennessee Highway, take me home to see my Texas baby. Grand Ole Opry, it ain't playing in the Ryman. They moved it out of town down the road a little way. They say it's the same, but I know it's something different from old Hank Williams' day. Tennessee Highway, Tennessee Highway, take me home, see my Texas baby. motel room is filled with songs that don't ring true. Doing what I love, it don't make sense like it used to. Deep down inside, I guess I always knew this Tennessee road would lead back to you. Tennessee highway, Tennessee highway, take me home to see my Texas babe. It's a summer driving season, you guys. And I don't know if you remember being in the back seat as a little kid wondering where in the hell your parents were taking you. Or whether you got that planned or not. Either way, I want you to sing this song with me. You know the words. Sitting in the backseat, Roy on the radio, antique road trip, 120 miles to go. Quanah, Texas, Panhandle, Saturday night. Motel 6 parking lot they left on the light. And you're 12 years old all summer long, in a car with your parents singing old songs. The windows barely cracked, daddy's cigarette burning. You're reading paperbacks in a used Suburban. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All summer long. That's the sing-along part, you got it. There's a blue-lit swimming pool, end of the day. Pretty girl with her folks looking your way. Game room with Pac-Man, Donkey Kong 2. Pocket full of quarters and big league chew. And the big green sign says it's still a long way. 100 miles from Dallas at the end of the day. Passed up the Dairy Queen 20 miles ago. It was on the wrong side, so your dad said no. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All summer long. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All summer long. A speeding ticket, man. That's it. Oh, now it's 40 years later down the same old roads. It's crazy how fast these kids have grown. Now you're the driver, you don't cut them any slack. You're trying to do it over while they're yelling from the back. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All summer long. Are we there yet? Ooh, are we there yet? Are we there yet? All summer long. You know, everything had to happen just like it did, you know? You change one thing in the past and 20 things change, and then 2000 things change, and Back to the Future ends up being a pretty deep movie when you really think about it. It's kind of what this song's about. If I hadn't yelled at that girl from the balcony, or if I hadn't got to work with you guys, how many millions of things would be different? This is called Fork in the Road. There never was a greater man than the one that just died. All his flaws and failings got swept to the side. Oh, the tender mercy of a bad memory. They let you forget what you don't want to see. In the Garden of Eden, God made a mistake. He should have said to Adam, don't eat that snake. But now you read in the news all that's wrong with the world. Pay $1 to the boys, 70 cents to the girls. People gonna do what they're gonna do till they don't. Sometimes folks will let you down, most times they won't. You might get hot, but wind up in the cold. Every single moment, a fork in the road. You don't miss a lover that you've never met. It's easy to quit smoking unless you smoke cigarettes. And thousands of people that you've never known are walking down roads that cross over your own. I got a half a mind to leave, half a mind to stay. Go on, flip a coin, let chance choose the way. Maybe I can love you best by not loving you at all. When your phone doesn't ring, it's me that didn't call. People gonna do what they're gonna do till they don't. Sometimes folks will let you down, most times they won't. You might get hot, wind up in the cold. Every single moment, a fork in the road. If you're so rich, how come you ain't smart? You got a fast horse, but no wheels on your cart. Well, I've been in the woodshed, I've been through basic training. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. All your addictions tap on your shoulder, getting your attention, pulling you over. I got a head full of pictures of places I've seen. I'm a creature of habit, I need a new routine. And people gonna do what they're gonna do till they don't. Sometimes folks will let you down, most times they won't. You might get hot or left in the cold. Every single moment, a fork in the road. Some folks say this life ain't enough. I deserve more than the days I used up. It's gotta go on forever to be worth the trouble. Giving one gift, their demands more than double. But 1 hour of life is more than I expected. Somehow I'm here 'cause many lovers connected. Matter, life, mind, culture grow like a tree, and the universe keeps going through you and me. People gonna do what they're gonna do till they don't. Sometimes folks will let you down, most times they won't. You might get hot, wind up in the cold. Every single moment, a fork in the road. Appreciate it, you guys. Well, this early part of the summer was a drought in West Texas, early part of the spring, but they got a lot of rain this last week, and that's a good thing. You know, here in town, we're grass farmers, you know. It's like you walk out in your yard and you look at your grass, and, you know, and you talk to your neighbor, you know, I think it'll rain. Like, yeah, I know, I got this grass crop coming in. I hope it comes in this year, you know. It's like, you know, 2 generations ago, everybody was farmers. Now we got all these other jobs that we do, but still basically farmers, you know. And we still talk about the weather like we're farmers, and that's what this song's about. Because sometimes you can just feel the relaxation sometimes when it rains. It's been dry, you're like, yeah, it's in your bones. The well's drying up and the creek is gone. Dust is flying, cows are skin and bone. Drought like this could drive you from your home, but we're one day closer to rain. The weatherman stands there waving his arms, but there's no more bells of hay down in the barn. The corn crop's dead on old man's farm. He said we're one day closer to rain. My brother works at a bank in San Antonio. Said the feds locked the doors 2 weeks ago. The numbers didn't add up, business was slow. One day closer to rain. Hurricane last summer from the Gulf of Mexico ran aground and dumped an ocean on San Angelo. It was flooding in the desert just a year ago, so we're one day closer to rain. It'll be fire next time, but a 40-day flood would suit me just fine. On the deck of an ark with a fishing line, if we're one day closer to rain. And the well's drying up and the creek is gone. Dust is flying, cows are skin and bone. Drought like this drive you from your home. Closer to rain, one day closer to rain. Thank you. We got time for a couple more songs. Thank you guys for coming down to the Mucky Duck tonight. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. I'm going to be driving north from here, and I don't know if I'm going to get to see the statue tonight, but I always try to drive by the old Sam statue whenever I can, get recharged. You know, those hero levels get kind of low, and you got to drive by and get charged back up again. Me and Adam Carroll wrote this song about old Sam. Some people think being a songwriter is all just fun, you know, but there's research involved. You have to, and so we got a graphic novel about Sam Houston's life and read every picture. But it's still a little too wordy, so we boiled it down even further for busy people like ourselves, you know. And made this kind of audio comic book about Sam Houston's life. So I'm going to sing it for you. If you feel like it, when I say Old Sam, you could clap your hands twice and go, Big Sam. So yeah, it'd be like, Old Sam, Big Sam. You got it. Hey, your hero levels are up. Nice. Well, Timber Ridge, Virginia is a mighty fine place. From that soul sprung a leader of the human race. He had eyes full of thunderstorms, hair like gold. He was 7 feet tall when he was 6 years old. Old Sam. Old Sam. Well, down in Alabama in 1812, he and Andy Jackson raised all kind of hell. He got shot by an arrow, but he had no fear. Hero was the job he chose for his career. Old Sam. Old Sam. But Sam got tired of being the governor of Tennessee. So the Raven flew south to live with the Cherokee. And he slapped a nasty congressman right in the face. He said, y'all go to hell. I'm gonna find a better place for old Sam. Yeah, for old Sam. It's halftime, you're doing great. I have been a coach before. Assistant, little league coach. Those kids won. They're winners. And I got into the role completely, you know. I even got some of those small polyester shorts. One of the kids said, Coach, that's more of a baseball thing. And I made him run a lap. All right, let's get back to the game here. Second half starting soon. So he rambled on down to western Arkansas. He kicked around in Oklahoma, where he took up with a squaw. Well, in those days, Texas was damn near Mexico. And old Sam decided next, that's where he's gonna go. Old Sam. Old Sam. Yeah, and that old Santa Ana was a dictator and a thief. Getting him thrown out of Texas was a mighty big relief. After swatting Santa Ana like he would a pesky fly, he drank a river full of whiskey and ate a piece of pie. Old Sam. That old Cracker Barrel, old Sam. Sam told folks not to start a civil war. They told Sam to go find the door. He sired 8 kids on the Gulf Coast plain. They don't bear his scars, but they all bear the name. Old Sam. Old Sam. Well, Sam Houston stood tall. He was true and tough. And that statue's pretty big, but it ain't big enough for old Sam. No, not for old Sam. One last time for old Sam. Well, I mentioned Walt Wilkins, and I'd like to do one more song that Walt and I wrote. I am one more pilgrim on this road low and high. Through this land of miracles, I've been traveling all night. And I tangled with the darkness. I swear at moments I was blind, until the dawn came up around me and I could see the way unwind. And I am the road behind me, and I am the road ahead. Lifted by this rocky ridge and cradled by the riverbed, a harmony of motion through the wide expanse of time. Sunlight through the heavens, watch it shine. Watch it shine. They say there's iron in these mountains, and bone and skin and mud. They say iron can only come from stars, so stars are in my blood. Red and blue and purple, shadows grow then fade, spread in all directions from where it all was made. I am the road behind me, and I am the road ahead. Lifted by this rocky ridge, cradled by the riverbed, a harmony of motion through the wide expanse of time. Sunlight through the heavens, watch it shine. Watch it shine. Thank y'all for coming down here tonight. Matt Tedder on the guitar, Josh Flowers on the bass. I'm going to play one more song for you, if that's all right. I think I'd like to do this one for you. This is one, Matt talked about Gordy Quist, and Gordy Quist is one of our Houstonians. I mean, I guess